Hey everybody, been a while since I made a video, but yeah, had the energy today and said I'm gonna put something out there. All my videos so far, other than one HVAC video of me looking at some customer concerns of a new furnace we installed, have been done on my iPhone because I just haven't. Well, I was in the hospital and that's all I had, and I just haven't taken the time to get my GoPros out and actually put something on my video editing program and go through it. So this will be my first one for anything other than an HVAC video, which I've got a few more HVAC videos to get out. I just got to edit and put out there, but I'll eventually get to it. But yeah, it's good to be back making another video for you guys. Today was a pretty productive day. I got up this morning, made a little list of what I've done. I used the restroom, which can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes for me. Not too bad. Got dressed, a little more of a challenge than using the restroom. I ate breakfast, drank my coffee. My wife typically will make me something for breakfast, you know, and carry my coffee in here to the table for me when the kitchen's just right there, but you know, I got to put it in between my legs and wheel out here, so that's a little bit of a challenge. So she helps me with that when she's here, and dinner and all that when she's around. She's busy. She does 4-H and rodeo, and she's on the Leaders Council, and she's super busy in the summer. But when she's here, she always takes care of me and does all that, gets my stuff to the table, whatever I need. I'm pretty independent, and I usually try to do stuff on my own, but I've been a lot better about saying, okay, honey, I mean, why not? She's there. She wants to do it for me, so yeah. I researched our adjustable bed this morning because we have an adjustable bed that we bought on Facebook Marketplace. It's 2 twin beds. So I went ahead and did a bunch of research on that, trying to find parts for it. I am just finding a heck of a time finding the right cord for that adjustable bed, and I can't find any good information on it. I've researched, I've Googled, I've YouTubed, you know, how to set it up, the plugs, how they work, and there's just not good information on it. So anyway, trying to find all the right power stuff to make that other bed work so we can put them side by side with their own separate mattresses, you know, so I can adjust mine how I want, my wife can adjust hers how they want. And the other thing is nothing ever matches my name brand. Like this thing I'm looking at says Certa motion sensor, you know, 3 or 4 plus custom or perfect, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gen, ease of ergo replacement power cord, but none of it talks about the brand name I have, which is BedTech. Most of them, when you click on them to see a video about them, they're hooked into an electric recliner. So I don't know. And maybe they use all the same electronics, you know, for the recliners and the beds, and kind of use the same drive motors. So like right here, this one, you click on it, it's $15.99. But the problem is, this little power cord, well, of course it won't let me go over to it. This little power cord right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. It has a female plug, and the only thing I got out there is another female plug, and it's going into a box that looks like that. So say I bought this thing, what I really need is this power cord right here, because this is what came in my box. It's that power cord. This power cord is destroyed. It's all broken and ripped out. So, and I'm not able to get out into the garage. I can get close, and I'll show you that in a minute, to the bed that I had my bed set. My kids set the bed all up so I could look at it, you know, this morning before they left for school. This thing is extremely vague. I mean, it shows all the parts, and it shows things plugging in, but it's extremely vague on how it works. So yeah, I mean, this basically has a main control. I don't know what this is, I have to look it up, but there's a little black box right here that this cord's coming out of. And it kind of reminds me of the power box that we saw online And that power box does show something coming over plugging into this. But then you got this. The only other thing, all the ones online, you only have the power box. On one side, a power cord comes out to plug into the wall. On the other side, it has this cord that goes into a box. But this is a female connector, and all of the power cords that I see online are just female connectors. I can't find anything that's male. And I can't see underneath here. Well, I don't feel any place for a another plug to go into. So I'm trying to find the power cord for this bed so I can get it plugged in, and I'm just having a heck of a time because nothing really matches. But anyway, there's only 2 motors on it. This one here for the legs, and then one down there for the head. So that's my dilemma, trying to find a power cord that matches. And like I said, the literature online, or the literature that it comes with, is pretty vague. And then the stuff online, trying to find it, you can't hardly find anything for the brand name BedTech. So I don't know. I may have to collect a number off of this box and use that. So the search will continue to find a power supply cord for this thing. My attorney's office got a hold of me today. I reached out to an attorney yesterday that was recommended to me. We had 2 or 3 recommended, well, 3 or 4 recommended. Anyway, I just chose, for whatever reason, just on intuition, to call a particular one, and they heard my case, and I sent them my police report. Of course, this is all about a crash I was in that now has me in a wheelchair for 12 weeks. I will walk again, but I can't do any weight bearing on either leg for 12 weeks. Reached out to them yesterday, sent them the police report, answered a bunch of questions. They said they were I'm just speaking with the gal in the office that does a lot of the footwork. She said she'd reach out to the attorney, get back to me, and see if it's a case they could take on. And they called me back today and said, yeah, we'll do it. And they set up a Zoom meeting. I live in Shoshone, Idaho, and the place is an hour and a half away where the attorney is in Pocatello, Idaho. And so rather than us going in for a consultation, they can just do it on Zoom, which is awesome because it saves me, 1, having to get a ride, 2, traveling 1.5 hours one way, and the fuel and everything and the time. So anyway, reached out to them yesterday, made my bed. Gotta make my bed. These reacher grabbers are the best, man. That's not the right way. Really get to that back side to tuck it in. It's all good. They gave me this blanket at the rehab center. Some company comes in and makes blankets, and they have some really nice ones, but this one was just on the top. I said, I'll just take that one on the top right there, just because it was easy to get to, and I don't know why I liked it. It kind of reminds me of like a little boy's blanket, but I liked it, so that's what I got. On the bed. Remember, kids, you gotta make your bed. Let's see. Get those up there. Yep, they're pretty cool, man. That's my adjustable bed. This nightstand. Well, first my wife gave me this little stand, and it just wasn't holding anything. It's kind of rickety. It wants to like fall over. So she gave me this nightstand, and I ended up drilling some holes in it. My buddy actually came over to grab a drill from me, and I just happened to find these little wheels in a miscellaneous bag we had when I got here, and so I ended up putting these wheels on there. Now this thing just rolls all around, and it's awesome, man. So I just roll it right up to my bed, put it where I want it, and it works really good. Works excellent. Right there, just put it where you want it, boom, and then when I lift my bed up, everything's right there where I can get to it, and I can roll it out of the way if I have to. So that's been awesome, man. I removed the master bedroom closet door. Pretty tight getting into this master closet with this door on. Hit my hands on it. It's quite the squeeze. So I think it's time to take the door off. And I have to go in backwards. This is also a job that I'm probably not going to want my leg rests in the way for, so we'll just remove them. These things pop off pretty easy. I couldn't hardly do this a week ago, move my knee like I can now. It's getting a lot better, my left knee. So yeah, now I can bend a little more, give myself a little more room when I'm back in here. Come on, you can do it, mister. Just got a hammer and a flat blade screwdriver. We'll drive those pins out. Hope I can reach that top one. See ya. Stay. See, this is why my wife doesn't want to leave me at home alone. I could not get to that top pin. And what I had to end up doing was a little sketch. But I basically just I just locked my wheelchair like this. I jumped up on this one arm, held on to this one, and I was able to just kind of get up there and pop that top one out. If that arm broke, dude, I'd be screwed. Anyway, it all worked out, so now that door's off. And so now I've got more room to get in there. So these particular hinges have little metal rings for like spacers between each one of them, which is really kind of annoying because they constantly fall off, or they're just a pain to work with. I'm gonna go around and collect them all. This little thing's got a magnet on it, so it collects all those rings, which is kind of nice. But you got to keep track of them. I put the pins back in the door, and I'm just keeping all the rings in a little container for now from all the doors, but they all had them. That's better. That gives me quite a bit more room. That gives me like 2 inches more, which is much needed as tight as this is. We'll put all these pins back in these hinges so they're there later. I don't know if I can reach that top one. See if I can do it with this guy. Good enough. All right, perfect. One more thing done. Work my wrist too, because why not? Time to vacuum. Stay. Hey Dexter, what you doing, buddy? What you doing? You gotta move, bud. Okay, Dexter, let's go. Go. Good boy. That's a wrap. Time for lunch. See what we got in the fridge for leftovers. Ooh, look out. You gotta watch me. I'll take things out around here. Don't even mind doing it. Gotta have salad. Rice. I like this stuff. I'll just have it again. Pretty good. I need some salad dressing. Come on now. That plate. Coffee spoon from this morning ought to work just fine. It's washed. Microwave. Alright. Salt. Pepper. Said it backwards, but that's all good. That don't matter. Little salad. That casserole sounds like it's getting well heated. That seems hot. Nope, it's not. Get some salad going here. I didn't heat my food long enough the first time. Put it back in. Went over to get on a live stream of on YouTube and way overheated it. Oh well, here's what it is. Pepper, pinch of salt, salad dressing, gotta have it. All right, time to eat.